Okay, so my audio stopped working for this video. However, I will hand it off to Kain, who will carry us through this video because I didn't have my mic on.
I did. Now, I can't stay for too long. Big things coming. Big things coming. I'll just say that. A lot to manage today. But I will say, just I want you guys to keep your eyes on the 4 hour for a very important reason because let's talk overarching narrative for this week, right? If my trading view would load at all. I guess we'll just do TopStep X then. I don't know why trading view. Um, yeah, if my trading view would load. Uh, there we go. Yeah, we can share briefly. So something I guys want you to keep your eyes on is check this out. So if we take a peek on, so last night at market open, I was taking a look and something very, I don't know why my trading view is just running like molasses right now. Um, if not, I can swap over to TopStep X. I just really like that my NWOGs and NDOGs are here. There we go. Okay. So, something to note is last night we were looking at this. So, if I rewind the clock here, start earlier. So, this is what we were looking at last night. So, what have we been doing the last few weeks, right? We have been working our
Order
way in a very
filled.
clean downtrend, making our way pretty high in the
Order filled.
Fibonacci return, and then we've been making some nice down movements. So we're clearly in a downtrend going into quarter four. Took out some pretty strong liquidity here. So if we want to continue the trend, right, what would be the next step, right? Take out this low. Pretty simple. So now the question is, since this is on such a high time frame, how do we want to do that, right? Now, the way I looked at this was, okay, either we are going to, since we hit this end dog, right, we are going to work our way immediately down. That could happen immediately at New York. But I also poised, look at how many end dogs are above here, right? We have a bunch of these, right? On top of that, we have 25,000 right here, which is a huge liquidity level, right? And then on top of that, we've noticed a lot of these moves prior to the next down move have very, very high retracements, right? So something I've been noting is, okay, well, so we obviously know Asia's gonna not make a decision. So we expect price action to just bounce between here and here, which is what we see happen on, the 5 minute. Like as we go throughout Asia session, what happens, right? We just see price action bounce between these two levels because it doesn't want to make a decision until New York, right? And then New York happens, right? Now New York happens here and makes that decision. And that decision being, are we going to continue straight down on Monday here, right? Or are we going to work our way back up into this range, into these NDOGs and NWOGs here, and try to work off more of this range before either A, saying, hey, this was the main liquidity we were after, and work onto a new bull trend, and we could see that if that's the case, if we get above here, or, once we get into this area, maybe like on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, have another massive New York session and just work our way short and take out this liquidity. So that's why I say bulls are in the front seat today, because since we got above here, it kind of answered that question. Are we going to go straight down on Monday and take the next trend, or are we going to work our way back through the week and then come to that decision later? And it looks like the latter is the case here. So I fully expect bulls up into this range here at this point, right? We might see some returns down here before we get up here, but that's why I'm saying bulls are in the front seat. Not necessarily the driver's seat. I'm just saying for like this maybe first day or two, I could definitely see us working our way back up into here before making that decision. Do we want to make the next leg down, or was this the sweep and we're done working our way down and working our way back into this? So that's going to be something important. So I'm keeping my eye very closely on every single New York session this week once we get up into this range. If we start seeing a real sudden drop and we're making our way past this, right? I would be looking very heavily for this level and looking to short that and trying to get that type of day, right? Because there's going to be that type of day where, you're going to have another one of these candles potentially, right? And you want to try to catch some of that piece of that pie on your accounts, right? That's generational wealth there. So as the as the degenerates are saying nowadays, but yeah. So anyway, but that's my analysis, right? So today I'm just saying we're probably in a very short. Bulls are probably going to be in control. It's just going to be short progressions up. Maybe we stop here. Maybe that's a day for Tuesday. But I would just, try to buy low where you can and see if you can get some small wins up here. That's my analysis. But yeah, keep it short. Don't have any word on anything yet, but keep your eyes posted in the announcements today. Hope everything's going well with your TopStep account. I think I think the low would be 352, just underneath the huge New York Open, right? It might be tempted to sweep that New York low, um, while we're working. If that would be the absolute low. Does it have to? Absolutely not. We can just continue on the slow bull trend up to like 24,900. But if that's 352, I'd absolutely buy that up unless it is like absolutely falling like knives. But yeah, nice dude. I could definitely see in that trade work out. I got to get back to it. Things are getting pretty hectic here, so I will catch you all later. Keep your eyes on the announcements, guys. Pretty cool stuff. All right, won't spoil anything. All right, later, guys.
Yeah, you usually have a whole month, like yeah. But but let's just say like you're up on the account and they renew, right? You just get credit for it and you could use that credit for like future renewals. Dope.
So this is actually where I went to take my entry. Now you can see that I marked out that little fair value gap there, and basically what I want the price to do is just come down into that area and then show some kind of confirmation that it was going to reject back upwards. Now I did place a limit order, but I deleted it after looking at price. I eventually did take this trade. I put my stops below the low. As you can see right here, we enter the
Order
trade,
filled.
put the stops below the low right there, and then I'll edit the rest of this video into a time lapse of the trade playing out while Kain talks.
One moment, guys. Just making sure that this is out officially before I make any announcement. Yep, just one moment before we make any brash announcements. I think they will be. Yep, I'm just waiting for the confirmation candle before I say anything here. Don't want NDA coming to come kick my ass. Should be out very shortly. Yep, just waiting on the correct. It's just, keeping my. I always try to keep you guys in the loop where I can about cool things and, just tops up. But, you know, gotta make sure. Here you go. There it is. Are you guys ready? It's out. TopStep has gotten rid of activation fees. TopStep has gotten rid of activation fees. Let's talk about it. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the huge announcement we've been cooking in the background, shaking up the industry here. As you can see, I'm in my basement just doing some work on my TopStep manager. There are two types of accounts now. You can choose the no activation fee path where you don't pay $150 for an activation fee. It's the same rules, the same account. Literally, the only difference is you pay $30 more for the account during the combine stage. But the exact same thing, same rules. There's just it's really simple. Get 5 winning days of $150. You get a payout. You can take up to a $5,000 payout for a max payout during the XFA. TopStep is the only one in the game right now that is going to have Project X very soon. Project X is working its way back. it is game over. We have just, not only do we have the best rules in the industry, but we just broke the game with no activation fees. That's something My Funded Futures has had on us for a long time, of no activation fees. But we have changed the game. Unlike them that has an 80-20 split, we keep it 100% to your first 10K, and it's 90-10 from there. So just to go over it one more time, there are two account types with TopStep. The standard path, where if you want to pay a cheaper combine, then you can pay it, but there will be an activation fee, and it's actually been reduced regardless. So you're winning either way. It's gone from 150 to 129, so a small drop. Or if you don't want any activation fees, which is what I highly recommend, it is $30 more, but it saves you $150 on the back end. So you can get funded with a TopStep account for $89. No longer $200 with the 50 and the 150. It is $89, more than half, cut in half. And that is the huge announcement, right? And the profit split is still the same. The rules are still the same. Everything is still the exact same. There's no sneaky rules like My Funded Futures likes to do, where they're like, hey, you can pass the account in one day. Oh, wait, there's intraday trailing drawdown. Nope. It's the exact same rules for both combines that you know and love. There's no end of day drawdown. Same max loss limit. It's no consistency rule on the fundeds. Literally the exact same for both accounts. The only difference is that you can pay for a 150K account. If you want the max size, you can get it cheaper than what you could get a 50K account before. You remember? Beforehand, for a 50K, you had to pay $50, then the 150, and that's $200. Now, with the no activation fee path, you can get a 150K account for cheaper at $189, and that's with it funded. And you can literally trade up to 15 contracts if you wanted to. 15 contracts, by the way, at a 100-point trade, which is way less than what Podge just did right now. For 100 points, 15 contracts, that is $30,000 you can make, by the way. And then boom, you can literally just do 100, get $25,000 payout. Like, talk about it. Talk to me, man. It's as good as it gets. That is the big announcement that we have been holding for a long time. And by the way, no activation fees. It's here. It is live. You guys can go buy your accounts right now. This is not something you have to wait for. As soon as the announcement drops, you could see it on TopStep. Everybody lock in for the rest of this year, because guess what? It is live. You can go make those purchases. You can buy a new account for no activation fee if you'd like, for $30 more. You can stack up literally $89 to get funded with one of the best prop firms and get up to a $5,000 payout per payout. Imagine turning $89 into $25,000 over 5 payouts. You can't beat it. You just can't beat it. My Funded Futures, you have to pay $127 to get $1,200 payout, right? And it's an 80-20 split. So, but nope, not here. So literally, TopStep has just ended, I think, in my words, the prop firm wars. So that was a huge announcement. As soon as I heard about it over a month and a half ago, I knew that this would be big stuff in the industry. So it is out. I've been very excited to know about this for a long time. I've been hinting at something big coming for a long time, but it is here. It is here. Yep, TopStep's officially a monopoly. Oh, by the way, well, Jason Yoon, by the way, even if you bought an account 2 hours ago, you'll still get the cheaper activation fee. It's still 129, still 150. So you're still winning, right? But yeah. Your account will be, I believe, 129 for your activation fee, since you bought the regular account. But it's still cheaper. You're still getting a cheaper activation fee if you pass. But yeah. Isn't that crazy, y'all? What an announcement, dude.
Wait. What's going on? What's going on?
TopStep got rid of all activation fees and has an account for activation fees. So TopStep is basically, in short, in a 30-second announcement, just to summarize what we've gone over. TopStep has released one of the biggest announcement in prop firm history, right? Oh, it's just, saying a lot, because, TopStep already has some of the best rules, but one of the biggest downers of it was the activation fees. TopStep has now created 2 account types. One where you pay no activation fees, but you only pay $30 more for a combine. So instead of paying $50 for a 50K and then $150 for the activation fee, now you can pay $89 for that 50K combine and have no activation fee. It's crazy. So, well, and of course, if you want to keep the normal accounts, right, and you want to do a cheaper combine at that same price level, like for $49, that activation fee will still be there for those account types, but it'll be cheaper at instead of $149, it's going to be $129. So a little bit of a discount, but still pretty awesome. And it's the same rules on both accounts, no tricks, no traps, still 100% profit split, no consistency rules on either funded account, no nothing. The exact same rules that you know and love, but you're getting those activation fees cheaper if you have the standard accounts, or if you buy in on the, I guess you would call them the no activation or the pro accounts. It's a slightly more expensive combine, but it saves you a whole heck of a lot of money if you pass. So go for it, guys. Go get your accounts. It is live now.
W promo.
There you go. And I knew this would be
Order
big,
filled.
so I was hyping it up.
I exited my position slightly early, but I'm still up on the day.
And Podge just hit $1,500 getting halfway to passing his account. Talk about it, guys. True. Hey, Podge is halfway to passing his combine. Let's go. Good stuff, dude. Nice. That's awesome, man. Well, I think this has been a huge winning day for us all. W trades all around, no activation fees, and can I just get a was that worth the wait, chat? No. Well, you get it cheaper. It just is what it is, right? True. Hey, you still get it cheaper though, but really, really cool stuff. Not only are we're literally cheaper than My Fund of Futures now, and we have better rules and bigger payouts. Like My Fund of Futures, max you can get is they were our biggest competitor in my opinion. Max payout that you could get now for a 50K on the first payout is 1,500, and it's an 80-20 split, so you're only getting 1,200. TopStep you can get $5,000 and it's 100% yours, right? My Funded Futures is $127, no activation fee. TopStep's now $89 and no activation fee. Like it's no competition.
Wait, what do you mean 100% ours?
100% yours. The
They
profit
don't.
split.
They don't take profit split anymore.
No, TopStep does once you make $10,000 in
Oh,
profit,
okay.
and it's only 90-10 versus My Funded Futures is 80-20 off the bat and forever. So, again, it's literally not even My Funded Futures is quivering in their boots right now. Like literally, like it's not even a competition anymore. Like we have TopStep X, they got Trading View, and Trading View is a good one. So that's I would say it's an equal comparison. But yeah, we have better profit splits. There's not even really like I think the scaling plan is very similar, but yeah, payout between payouts and profit splits, it's GG, and it's just cheaper, and we actually give away reset credits when they don't, so that's cool too, man. Anyway, that's the only way they can. They gotta sell their accounts for like $5. So yeah, that was the big announcement, guys. Now we have a lot of work here to do because I know that just gave a huge influx of tickets, right? So I gotta get out of here, guys. But I hope you guys enjoyed the big announcement. I will make a follow-up announcement in the server later. But yeah, very huge. Congrats to Podge. Congrats to congrats to Bari in there getting a nice trade. Congrats to everyone. So hope you guys enjoyed, and hope you all take care. I'll leave it back to Podge to end off the stream.